Talkopolis, the social media TV network for your city.
Hi guys, Kane Harrison here. Welcome back to Nashville's Best, where of course we showcase the very best in Nashville's local businesses, and we've been talking to Angelia Williams of the voice studio of Angelia Williams. And for those people who perhaps didn't tune into the first episode, she's a wonderful young lady and a mum who is doing a fantastic job in the Nashville community, teaching us all to sing.
Thank you.
Angelia, now on the last episode we did touch on the fact that how you relate to your clients, and I think that one, you've walked a mile in their shoes. You've been through this very process that so many adults have, in that unlearning old habits and learning new habits, which is very difficult. The second is that you're a mum. And I mean, I know that a large portion of your clientele are kids.
Yes.
Talk about the experience of teaching the kids to begin with.
Well, children, first of all, I love teaching children because it's like watering a plant, and you watch them grow and you watch them progress. And it's a different experience than working with adults. Children, you have to be very patient, and I really tune into building children in the area of confidence and self-esteem. I have 3 children. I have a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 16-year-old. So the process that children go through when it comes to their gifts and their talents, to me, is very delicate. So I have 3 recitals a year, and I don't force my students to sing in them, but I insist because, once you get up there and do it, it is so refreshing because you're like, it's not as bad as I thought, whether it's a 4-year-old or whether it's a 64-year-old. And they learn that they can get up in front of people. It helps them with public speaking. It helps them with presence. And I think when you get a child to really dive into their own gifts, they blossom in every area. So that's one of the main reasons why I really love to work with children.
I think it's incredible as you talk about the encouragement in that time frame of their lives, because often if that experience is bad, they'll actually not do it ever again, even though they may have these fantastic gifts, if it's not supported and nurtured in the right ways. And as much as we like to think that all parents out there are wonderful, there are some that perhaps put a little too much pressure on some kids. So it's wonderful that you have this environment for the kids 3 times a year for them to be able to showcase. And it must be cool for you, the first time you see a young man or woman get up and sing in that very first one, and then by the time they get to perhaps the end of the year, how much they've changed.
You watch them become more and more confident, and then it becomes, oh my God, the recital is coming up. It goes from that to, when is our next recital? They become excited. You see this glare in their eyes, like, I'm ready. It's confidence, and it's kind of like building a building, brick upon brick. They become so strong within themselves, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I really enjoy working with kids.
And it's infectious.
It is.
I mean, especially through kids at that age who are so vulnerable in so many ways. Now, we talked about briefly that you had moved and relocated to Nashville in the last episode, and in 2012 you started your business here, which has boomed. Now, one of the reasons we're doing this video, though, is so that you can let some adults out there as well know that you also do take on some adults and things like that.
Well, definitely.
You've injected yourself into the community brilliantly. Tell me about Project Illuminate.
Well, Project Illuminate is a nonprofit organization, and we work with children that a lot of times would underprivileged. They wouldn't have the chance to be exposed to arts programs, because unfortunately in the public school systems you don't have the arts programs that you did when we were kids. You had music and art, and these were important. And unfortunately, that has become of lesser value. So children need an outlet, and it doesn't matter if they're able to afford it or not. They still need their outlet. We should still be on the even plane. So that's what Project Illuminate does. So I have went into schools like St. Pius Classical Academy and worked with the children there and taught them not only vocally but music theory, and talked about world music, music of the world, expanding their minds, expanding their outlook on what music even is. And at the Nashville Rescue Mission, I started a youth choir to give those kids over there an outlet, because they're in transition and it's very difficult. And I can only imagine being a child going through something like that. So they come to choir and they get a chance to get all of that off of them, and they absolutely love it. Unfortunately, I had to resign recently of that position because of some things going on with my own family, my mother, and I have to kind of go back and forth to help my father with my mom because she's ill. But it is a position that I will always cherish because working with children that a lot of times I wouldn't get a chance to work with was very fulfilling. And it's a way to give back to your community.
It's fantastic just to give those kids an opportunity just to be kids for a second. I think that's brilliant. We've absolutely loved having you on here, and I've learned so much as well. But I can tell you this also, Nashville's Best 2 years in a row. Talk about, this is where you get to talk yourself up a little bit. Come on, it's a really great thing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
I've been here 3 years.
Okay.
And for the last 2 years, I have obtained that award. And I'm absolutely honored, especially because of the enamor of Nashville.
Yeah.
You know, I'm speechless. You know, when I first found out, I was completely blown away. And I think I cried for like 2 hours because I was so excited.
Yeah, of course, and proud.
Yeah, and proud. Yeah. And it made me feel official. Like I was an official Nashville citizen.
Resident. You're here to stay. I mean, and it's so difficult, as we've been through this process, it is so difficult to pick up and move, not only your family, but you've moved your business.
Right.
It's a really successful business. You've injected yourself into the community brilliantly. We've loved having you on the program, Angelia.
Thank you.
Don't forget the voice studio of Angelia Williams. If you can just tell the folks at home where they can find you.
Definitely. Well, you can give me a call. My phone number is 615-554-7568. The address to the studio is 201 Thompson Lane. That's suite number 205, right here in Nashville, 37211. You can give me a call. You can text me. A lot of times I can't answer my phone if I'm in a lesson. And a lot of people will text me like, hey, I'm trying to get in contact with you. My email address is Angelia at angeliamusic.com, and that's spelled Angelia at ANGELIASMUZIC.com. And I would love to work with adults and children alike.
And you'd be absolutely brilliant, and we know that she is. Nashville's Best 2 years in a row, so let's make it a third time. Why not?
Thank you.
We'll put all that information up on the screen for you guys to be able to reach out to Angelia, the voice studio of Angelia Williams. We've loved having you on board, and she's definitely Nashville's Best.
Thank you for having me.
See you guys next time.